Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I think we should now get started. My name is Suraje Dessai. I'm a professor of climate change adaptation at the University of Leeds and one of the UK Climate Resilience Programme champions, together with Dr. Kate Lonsdale. We are continuing our webinar series for 2020 today. It's my great pleasure to have Don Monteith from the UK Centre for Ecology and Hydrology. He'll be talking to us about one of the early phase of the program funded projects on forecasting risk of environmental exacerbation of dissolved organic matter, building climate change resilience, and then we'll have a response from Fraser Leith from the Scottish Water, who I believe have been deeply involved in the project. So it'll be a nice example of co-production of research for use in decision making. So the timings are there slightly. Don will talk for a little bit longer. And then we'll have Fraser's response and a Q&A as well. So many of you will have attended these webinars before, so you'll be familiar with these rules of engagement, but we'll have the presentations first and then the Q&A. I think as Don and Fraser talk, feel free to post your questions in the Q&A box, which you can find in the tab of Zoom. Most of you will remain muted unless we enable you to speak if you have to answer a question, or if someone from Don's team would like to answer a question. And note that the webinar is being recorded, and we'll share that after event as well. If there are any technical problems, do use the chat, and we'll try to deal with that. Our Twitter hashtag, Twitter handles there, and the hashtag that we're using at the moment. The website is also there, and I'll talk about it in a second a bit more. But just to mention that the program's vision is to enhance the UK's resilience to climate variability and change, particularly through interdisciplinary research in three main areas. So one of them is around quantifying climate risks and characterizing them. The other one is around managing climate-related risks through adaptation. And the final one is around the emerging area of climate services. So how do you translate climate information knowledge into usable services? And I think today's project and webinar actually spans nicely these three themes. And so it'll be a very nice example of some of the tools that the program has been building for use in decision making. And ultimately, one of the things that the program is trying to do is to make sure that this research is useful and usable by stakeholders and end users. You can find out a lot more information on the website, both on this project and some of the newer projects that started this year. But without further ado, I'll hand over to Don to kickstart the webinar.